What's happening? So I'm just gonna give you guys an updated video on my experience of being gang stalked. Um, it's been quite some time, been a couple of years since I last uploaded, and so really I'm just going to, pretty simply just explain what now I have as an understanding of what is happening with gang stalking. As I've been going through that for 3-4 years now, but my outlook has completely changed. If you'd watched my first upload, it was like a half hour long of me explaining what was going on. And, you know, just looking back at that, it's like the amount of just mental hardship that I was about to face was a lot. And it's wild to think about because it's just so much to go through. The learning process of something like this is just rough. However, it's gotten a lot better, and that's what I'll kind of explain in this video here. The first thing I want to talk about is what I've learned as far as the reality I live in. Something I've become much more aware of and understand, and actually understand now is in this 3D environment, in this plane of existence, everything that we see from our eyes has massive flaws to the point where basically everything we see is an illusion at the very deepest perspective, right? Like everything we're looking at is an illusion because our perception is all distorted from top to bottom, right? So we look out and our eyes are taking in the light in which we see, and that is already distorted immediately, right? Because that's the way it works. Everybody has a different literal physical vision, better or worse. And then also when we interpret what we are seeing, that is going to that's going to go off of the things of your past, your traumas, the way you look at the world, your attitude, right? And therefore it's going to come out that with that level of distortion. That's why obviously you can look at an object and another person can look at the same object and get very different perspectives of the same exact thing. How is that possible? Well, because we're all using different filters and things like that. So at the end of the day, the point I'm trying to make here is that you can't necessarily say any of this is not an illusion. And I take that with a grain of salt because I don't mean it like, oh, everything's just illusion. Like kind of, but at the same time, I understand what we're seeing, we agree upon, and oftentimes we can easily, here we are, right? I hope I'm making sense, but it's kind of hard to explain, I suppose, and I'm just only learning. But so at the end of the day, everything that we're perceiving is an illusion. It has to be because it varies so widely. It's impossible to know for sure what we are seeing is what's real. So this means that in the same regard, I'm not discounting what's happening with gang stalking, obviously. Like, what I'm saying is gang stalking is real as anything else in this world, 100 million percent. It is, absolutely. The people that claim that they're gang stalked, the people that give you specific things and they're complaining about it and they're like, I can't believe this, and you can't believe them because it's so unbelievable, that's all real. Make no mistake. It's all real as anything else is real. Do you see? Like my hand, you know, that bush, this tree, this car. If that's real, so is gang stalking. Okay. So I'm saying at the very end of the day, nothing we're looking at is real. Therefore, that's how I can begin to navigate this in a different way. And you can too. But in the same way, let me say that one more time. In the same way that anything is real that we see, so is gang stalking. There's no doubt. It's an unbelievable thing, but you dig deep enough into this rabbit hole of a phenomenon, and you'll realize that it's happening everywhere, everywhere we go. As far as why it's happening to certain people and why it's not, comes down to a lot of different things that I don't understand, but I do know that I play a part in. Because anything that you have an opposition to, you've now created and will continue to create. Because anything I don't oppose and I don't see as enemy or as against me or coming at me based off of my distortion is not real. Do you see? Like, the only way for these things to be real is because I play a part in the making of them real, because I decided what I am perceiving is such a way. Okay? And without me doing that, it can't exist, because I decide what things in front of me are. And this is the newfound kind of understanding that I've began to have. And, you know, some people aren't going to resonate with this because they can't quite get past, like, the realness of what's in front of their eyes. And I understand. And that's was hard for me too. But if you want to transcend this, you want to be bigger than it, this is the right way. The right way is that you take full responsibility of everything that you feel, see, and experience, because that's your choice. Whether or not it's, because I know, right? These people harass you, follow you around, you don't know what's going on. Whether or not that's unfair or not unfair, you have so much power as a human. You have so much fucking power. Use that power, like, with the most wise perspective, which is, in my opinion, what I'm getting at here, which is, like, you are responsible. You don't have to decide these people are harassing you, although I know how real it is. The only thing that's helped me thus far is that understanding of, like, I just decided I was a victim of this. Even because I was at one point. I didn't ask for it, never, created it in some way. Like, they came at me, whatever that is, whatever the fuck you want to call it, gang stalking and why it's happening. And then I decided, oh, wow, let me take on the guilt, the shame, the fear, the bullshit of it. And now it's only getting crazier and worse. And what the fuck, helicopter, like, it's unbelievable the amount it reciprocates. And then you take it back and you go, I create my reality, whether or not there's a real mass amount of people coming at me, I still create my reality. And I dare you to test this out, whoever you are, if you really understand this and you're going through this. Begin to see this as something you really do have more power over than you could possibly imagine. Everything that you want to feel, you can feel. Everything that you want to be, you can be. Without your opposition, without your view of it the way it is, it wouldn't exist. Period. That's how this universe works. Or if it does exist, it's floating over there and it doesn't conflict with your plane more than a couple of droplets of bullshit. That's your new reality when you can understand this. The other thing is, begin to see that nothing will ever come to an end as well. And nor will you ever be a part of the good in the world when you are fighting back at something that you disagree with. All of the things that you perceive these people as disgusting, narcissistic, yeah, I get it, but deeper than that, and anybody that, again, if you understand this, you're going to understand what I'm trying to get at here, but every single person that comes at you, because you don't know for sure who they are, because it varies so widely, because we interpret things and add things to it, because it's pointless anyway, all of these people deserve your utmost forgiveness, kindness, love, and pure light. That's how you can always, again, rather, that's how you can begin to see yourself in the truest form, is you looking out when you see these angry, pissed off people coming at you as your enemy. Understand that you cannot see what you are not. Do you understand? If you were pure and perfect light, which I'm not saying you should be, but that's all you would see. Light in its purest form cannot see the dark bullshit that you perceive. It can't. Because it doesn't exist. Because it's true, it doesn't exist. Evil doesn't exist if you are not evil somewhere inside. It's true, you guys. So anytime you get angry, I'll simplify it and make it a little more understandable. Anytime you get angry, whose responsibility is that really? Is it actually all of the outside things that you see around you that are responsible for your anger? Of course not. When you get down to it, it's actually super, super obvious that that's not the case. Because that would mean that everything around you dictates the way that you feel. Why? You want to transcend this? You want to grow? Understand that nothing should affect the way you feel unless you want it to. And that's how you get across it. Is it easy? No, not at all. I still fail every single day. But now I understand it. And I can quickly dissolve and observe my thoughts and actually get something out of it from inside of myself. Because anytime I get angry now, I can't forget it. That is me. I can't get angry if not for being an angry person myself. There's something in me to allow others to make me angry. There's something going on with me. Get over the victim side of it, you guys. I know it's real. I know it's happening. I know it's hard. And I have all the compassion for you and all the time that it takes for you to be able to get to a point where you're actually going to use this for the best and find a way to get past it. I understand. I'm there for you. You're safe with me. I'm not going to tell you it's not, like, that it's easy. It's not. I mean, I did everything I could for the past 3 years to remove it from my life. I mean, everything. Things I would never have imagined I would ever do. Crazy shit. I did all of it. I went nuts. And the only thing that actually gave me relief and caused it to essentially go away was understanding that I do create everything that I feel, see, and am. And if not for my opposition to all of this and my pushback and my agreeing that this is harassment towards me, and if not for my own guilt and my own shame, it wouldn't exist. Please, if you understand me, look inside and see that I go watch my other video. Like, I'm not one of those people like trying to convince you of like, oh, you're just seeing shit and you just need to get over yourself and figure it out. No, I'm saying like, I wish somebody had told me this in the way that I kind of am to you in such a way that is, yo, this is just how you can be happy. Like, this is just how you can literally thrive. Because I've wondered for so long, like, how am I going to live my life for the rest of my life like this? I can't do it. I want to die. right? This is how. You can just be happy. You can live a normal life because you figured out massive chunks of how this universe works if you understand what I'm saying right now. I promise you that. I promise this is truth. The way you want to look at it, that it is, you know, these people suck so bad and we need to remove them from the world. Yeah, sure, I get that. But the best way to do it is not the way that you think. It's going to be you. Remove it from your life by the way that you see this world, by the way that you act. You can do that. I promise you. As crazy it is that gang stalking ever existed, is as crazy as it is that it's possible for you, and incredible, you know, in the same amount that is incredible, or that is a phenomenon, you can phenomenally remove this from your life and use it for the best and have a story to tell and understand how this universe works, because that is what it taught me. I understand so much more now. Nothing is like too unbelievable to conceive. Like, I've grown exponentially from it, and that's just my perspective. Maybe some people don't ever want to see it that way. That's your choice. But the cool part is you have a choice, and that's what I didn't know. I thought it was just I'm fucked for life. I'm not. We're all one and connected. Like, understand that. What does that really mean? I don't care who, what, how nasty another person is. We are one and connected. We are one being. We are connected in this universe. That means so much more than you could possibly imagine. Try it. Try to understand what that means. I am you, you are me, we are one. There's so much that packed in that one little statement. I am you, you are me, we are one. Therefore, what I do affects you, what you do affects me. Be what you want to see. Right? And I'm just passionate about this because it's changed my life, this perspective change. And, you know, I can't give you what you aren't ready for or aren't at yet, or, you know, there's no one's better than another, but I felt so true in what I'm understanding now. And that's why I waited so long to even make another video and tell people about my experience of being gang stalked, because I didn't have any fucking idea. Now I do. Now I know what to do. I'm actually learning. I'm actually finding positive effects. I'm actually removing it from my life in the most odd way that I would ever imagine. I wish the best for all of you. I do. Like, this is an incredible existence we live in. Don't live in fear. That's what you don't want to be doing. If you're living in fear, there's something terribly wrong with multiple things. There's absolutely nothing to fear. Forwards, backwards, sideways, over, out, under, nothing. Nothing. I promise. I promise. From what I know, that's all I know at this point in my life. So how silly is it to be living in fear? It's fucking wildly, wildly silly. Whew. Kind of got heated up in there. But it's because I give a fuck, you guys. And I wish that somebody had laid it down for me in this way. And I think it's just not how it works, because we have to learn on our own. But if I can spark a seed in you, or if this just helps you a little bit, I know that I'm giving back and I'm doing what I would have wanted someone to do for me, which is just give it to me real. So I'm going to try to improve the way that I organize videos and explain things, because I do have a hard time with that. My mind is a bit scattered, and I get, somewhat distracted, and I jump around, don't I? So anyways, I'm going to make more, and I'm just going to kind of be more organized, write things down. And if you guys have any questions or how things came to be like this or anything of the sort, I would love to add more content and bring value to you and answer questions, because there's anything I have become an expert on, not that I'm an expert, but began to understand and gave my entire life to, it's the experience of gang stalking. And I did everything I could to understand it for the amount of time that I've been going through it, which is many years. Ask questions, don't be afraid to ask. Opinions, everything's okay with me, as long as you are here to be constructive. Let's do this. And I'll do better with the way this is organized the next time around. Thank you for your time, and subscribe, you guys, please. I'm just getting started, and this is all about living the most full and grand life that I possibly can, even through the worst of shit, which is gang stalking, anything of the sort. There's nothing to fear, and that is the truth. It's not the other way around. Oh, everything we need to fear. Nope, not that. That would be fucking whack, wouldn't it? That's the trick. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Like, comment, subscribe, do what all those YouTube people say to do, and I'll see you next time. All right? Love you.